KGW News at Sunrise.
It's huge and it's long overdue, and we are very, very happy for this to finally be happening.
Thoughts on Portland police finally wearing body cameras. The city's new police officer body cam pilot program starts next week. We're going to break down exactly how the cameras and the program will work.
And the devastation on Maui has so many of us wondering how we can help. All week, we've been telling you about the KGW Northwest Response Fund, but Portland's food and beverage scene also showing up to help. We're taking a look at all the events happening right now, how you can enjoy some local food, wine, and brews while also making a difference. Plus,
I can really tell a difference in what's been happening, and I really appreciate it.
There's no question that downtown Portland needs some help, some kind of boost to bring positive energy back to the city's core. So maybe some food and beer will make a difference. The grand opening of Portland's new Midtown Beer Garden is set for this weekend. We're going to share the details about this reinvented food cart pod coming up later this half hour. It is a Friday morning here in the Sunrise Show. As soon as I opened my mouth here about a minute ago, Chris looked over and goes, "What's wrong with your throat?" So if you were watching yesterday, I was out in Banks. You're doing a combine destruction derby. I thought I was going to wake up with a sore back. Back feels great.
Wow.
But my voice is like trashed, I guess, from screaming and yelling as I was getting beat up
over the tractors.
in those combines. Yes. So we'll persevere and get through the next 2 hours.
Yeah, I can at least understand what you're saying. It made for some good TV, though.
But your spleen is okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. Focus on my insides. Let's focus on the weather, please,
Let's
Chris.
do that. And it is better out there today, right? Let's give you the live look from our Wells Fargo sky camera. Just the faintest glow of daylight on the horizon. We're a good hour and a half away from sunrise. You can also see a little bit of cloud cover here, kind of a sign of that marine air that is oozing into the region. It's 63 last check at PDX. How about this? We're waking up to readings in the 50s in some cases. Tigard's 59, Westland 58, Happy Valley 56. Those numbers are a sight for sore eyes. We have not been this cool and comfortable in about a week, right, to start. 60 in Kaiser and 61 in Salem. All right, the plan for today, brief morning cloud cover. I'm not truthfully sure how brief it's going to be, but I do know the clouds will burn off. And look at that. Some of us may not get out of the 70s for highs. I've got Portland topping out at 80 this afternoon. All right, let's get you out the door to a quick look at the roads as we switch gears and take you out to Capitol Highway and I-5. That's the northbound commute pulling away from your screen. That's in pretty good shape. The Sunset out near the Sylvan Hill, that also looks pretty good as well. Guys, the freeways are in pretty good shape, but we do have a serious crash in Gresham. I know you're going to tell us more about coming up right now.
Yeah, we begin actually with that crash in Gresham that you just mentioned, Chris. It has shut down part of Northwest Eastman Parkway near Burnside. This is video of the scene. You can see multiple ambulances, a front of that black car destroyed. The call came in around 3:45 this morning. The video also shows one person being loaded into an ambulance. We don't have a lot of information at this point, but a KGW crew is on the way. We'll update you when we learn more.
Well, after nearly a decade of debate, 150 members of the Portland Police Force will start wearing body cameras next week. And if the 2-month testing program goes well, bear with my voice this morning, I'm sorry. Every officer will start wearing those body cameras.
Right. The pilot program brings an end to Portland's status as the largest municipal police department in the country without body cameras. Here's Evan Watson with how it'll work.
You can tell it's activated. There's red blinking lights here around the center action button here.
Portland police officers have some catching up to do. Body cameras, already a staple of just about every major police force across the country. Well, Central Precinct officers in the city's gun violence production team will start wearing them on Monday.
Our officers have been wanting these for years. It's huge and it's long overdue, and we are very, very happy for this to finally be happening.
The Bureau is starting a 2-month pilot program with Axon cameras. Officers are required to turn their camera on for each call for service. The cameras also automatically turn on whenever an officer pulls a gun, pulls a taser, or turns vehicle lights on.
The camera activates. It detects the Bluetooth signal. It also activates every body camera nearby.
David Baer, who leads the Central Precinct's bike unit, can't wait. He says he'll feel safer, too.
We have a lot of investigations where video is key. And, jurors love video. And, the DA loves video. And to be able to be like, here's the video from 5 different perspectives of what happened, especially with the drug investigations we're currently running. It'll show a full account of, we rolled up on this person, we pulled drugs, we pulled the gun out, this is them, here's the video, it's in evidence. So going forward, we're really excited to have these.
PPV says officers can't delete, edit, or alter recorded video. The system also keeps track of who views a video and when they watch it.
Accountability, obviously, these things are going to be on, and they are going to record everything. So I think it's going to make it safer for officers. It's going to make it safer for the public, because everybody's going to know there is going to be an irrefutable account of what happened.
After years of delays and stalemates, the city and police union finally compromised on a body camera agreement in April. Officers will be allowed to review video footage before writing a report for minor cases, but not for the bigger events, like use of force incidents, shootings, and injuries. In those cases, officers have to give an interview or statement first before watching it back. Evan Watson, KGW News.
All right, let's take a look at some of this morning's other local headlines. The family and friends of a 33-year-old Ridgefield mom are still trying to find her after she left home on Tuesday evening and never came back. We have a picture here we can show you of Jessica Rogers Fern. She has brown hair and brown eyes, is 5'4" and weighs about 110 pounds. She was last seen early Wednesday morning wearing a long-sleeve flannel shirt and black shorts at Surprise Beach along the Columbia River in Vancouver. And we're told that that's where she was talking to some homeless people. Her husband Daniel, meanwhile, organized a search effort yesterday to hand out flyers, and he says his wife may be suffering from a mental health crisis.
During conversations with people who she saw, they said she was speaking very grandiose, and conversations were kind of scattered and just very confused.
Again, that was Daniel, Jessica's husband, and those conversations he talked about were said to have happened early Wednesday morning in Vancouver. Yesterday afternoon, we learned that Jessica's car was found in a parking lot in Clackamas off the Sunnyside exit of I-205. If you see her, you should call the police.
A third person has died from suspected heat-related causes in Portland. Multnomah County says this person died Wednesday in northeast Portland. The high that day was 103 degrees. As for the two other suspected heat-related deaths, one happened Monday in southeast, another on Tuesday at a hospital. In all three cases, the medical examiner will need to officially confirm the cause of death.
The Jenny Creek Road fire burning in Clark County is now 90% contained. So this one started as a house fire Wednesday night, destroying both that home and a barn on the property before it spread into the woods along Jenny Creek Road. It eventually covered about 32 acres. But as of last night, all level 3 go now evacuation orders in that area have been lifted as crews mop up and look for hotspots. There are still level 1 and level 2 evacuation orders in place. As far as we know, no one was injured.
Oregon's largest homeless shelter could close in just 3 weeks. The nonprofit Helping Hands is running out of money, and it's not taking in new homeless people until it gets financial support from Multnomah County. Helping Hands has 11 facilities in 5 counties. Its largest is Bybee Lakes Hope Center in North Portland. The nonprofit is asking the county for $5 million. Without that money, officials there say hundreds of people will be back out on the streets.
If you don't get support from the county, how much longer do you think you can keep things up and running?
3 weeks. That's where we're sitting. Our financial forecast shows that we go into the first week of September, making our last payroll on September 9th.
The county is sitting on $65 million meant to be used for homeless services. The county chair tells KGW her team is working with the governor's office to ensure Helping Hands' long-term future.
All right, before we check back in with Chris McGinnis, how about this live look outside this morning, downtown Portland by way of the Wells Fargo Skycam. So as soon as I stepped outside this morning to make the drive into work, I was like, wow, this feels absolutely different. Totally different than the other mornings this week.
It feels like normal summer, as opposed to scorching hot summer.
Yeah, there was a bit of a relief in the air.
Yes, there was, for sure. For you and for everybody else watching, I'm sure we're appreciating this. Let's go ahead and show you the map here. All those minus signs on that temperature map are showing us the change in temperature from 24 hours ago. So -8 means it's 8 degrees cooler right now at PDX than it was yesterday. It's 10 degrees cooler in Salem and 12 degrees cooler right now in Eugene than it was just 24 hours ago. So the cooler ocean influence has made its way inland, and it will slowly and eventually make its way over to the east side of the state as well. The Dow's, in fact, a little cooler. Bend is cooler this morning than yesterday this time. All right, how cool? How about 63 degrees? Remember, we spent a couple of evenings where lows didn't get out of the 70s, including tying Portland's all-time record overnight low in the month of August, 73. That was Monday night into Tuesday, right? So this is certainly a breath of fresh air for all of us here. We do have some showers across the central and eastern part of the state. Crook County, Wheeler, out towards Grant County, getting up into the Blues and Wallowas, and maybe even a little bit of lightning with those. The bigger perspective here shows one little system here diminishing off the California coast, and another one whipping its way through the Canadian Rockies here. That's opening up the door to suck in that ocean air and really cool us down. And that's why, as our day planner shows, we're going to be in the 70s, maybe low 70s at lunchtime, and only getting to about 80 for a daytime high here in Portland. Whatever morning cloud cover that we see out there will fizzle. We'll finish the day with sunshine. So our Friday looks fabulous, and it's going to feel even better, especially after 6 days of 90 and triple-digit heat, right? We're done with that, at least for one day. Let's check out Futurecast. Up and down the Willamette Valley, temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s by lunchtime. I'll roll the clock into the late afternoon. Still kind of toasty east side of the state. LeGrand gets to about 87. Same story in Baker City, Hermiston 90. Portland 80, Longview 73. That's going to feel great, right? All right. The relief in the heat is somewhat short-lived because we do start to bounce back. In fact, some of our computer models have Saturday getting up above 90 degrees. And then as we look forward to Sunday, probably inching into the low to mid 90s. Now, there is going to be some wildfire smoky haze in the air. That from actually British Columbia, right? So that could filter out the sunshine. But the point is, our weekend's going to warm up a little bit, and then we dry it out heading into next week. Guys?
Okay, thank you so much, Chris.